Vision. That's right, folks. We are doing a special Thursday edition. I had a little something to do on Tuesday. So we're back today, folks, doing a little makeup show. Dusty, are you ready, Doc?
I'm ready, my man. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm doing fantastic. If I feel any better, I'm going to turn myself into the police.
I always have them old player sayings, man. I love it.
My boy said, if you get any better, it must have been the setup.
I've never heard that one. I like that. Well, shit, man, a lot going on. A lot of goofy stuff. Some good things to talk about, but let's jump right into it. A story that, I've been following. Jay-Z is one of my favorite artists, icons, moguls of all time. Really try to follow, his what he does and how his, how he's spending, how he's doing his thing. Long story short, he sells Tidal, and he is now 40% richer. He was already a billionaire. And the twist to this is people are calling him a sellout. They're saying that he lured people in to buy Tidal, by saying that it's Black owned, and that he knew all along that he was going to sell it to a white company, which he just did. What are your thoughts on that? Did Jay-Z sell out?
Jay-Z might not have sold out, but he damn sure bought in. Okay?
That's right.
He didn't sell out, but he damn sure bought in. Okay? What I mean by that is the basic thinking of the average big business, not big businessman, but I guess businessman. Create something, build it up, settle for a big profit, and go do something else. Okay? That's one of the problems that we have in our community. We don't have that same luxury. We don't have we have a thing about ownership. Ownership is everything. I mean, everybody's talking about ownership, but then soon we build something, we sell it. The same thing happened with BET. We built it up, we made it happen. All of a sudden, Viacom owns it. And, it ain't been the same since then. Donnie been gone. We ain't got no MTV Raps. We got a lot of stuff that we don't need on BET, but because it has a black base already, we get what we get.
Yeah. Do you think he had this plan all along to eventually sell it? I mean, he's a smart guy.
Very possibly. I mean, he don't need the money, but sometimes, you may see an opportunity that may present itself that may be bigger and better than Tidal. I don't know. Some people people do things like that. They'll dump one thing to be a part of something else. Magic Johnson at one time owned, he had his name on theaters, Starbucks, and a few other places here in LA, but he dumped all that to become an owner of the Dodgers. Okay? So, the value that he had with the multiple projects, he probably makes a whole lot more with this percentage of the Dodgers. So, unless you hear all the details, it's hard to assume that somebody's a sellout. But it does look like he may have bought in, put it that way.
I've heard you say that before. One of the first times I even heard the word sellout in regards to rap and hip hop was MC Hammer. 91, 92, when Hammer was on everything. Taco Bell, Sprite. I mean, every time you turned on the TV, you saw Hammer. You were around that time.
Yeah.
Did Hammer buy in?
Hammer didn't buy. Hammer, see, you got to understand. The reason why they called Hammer a sellout back then, because Public Enemy was the main focus. Everybody was trying to we were more on a black consciousness situation. And Hammer was dancing for Pepsi. He was dancing for KFC. He had a cartoon. And he just expanded his brand. Hammer couldn't have been a sellout. He was paying 30 people, okay? He had to do what he had to do to keep his payroll rolling, okay? In fact, the brother, rumor has it, according to what I've heard, that he went broke taking care of his people. He at least BMWs, houses, whatever the case may be. And when his ship started to sink a little taste, he still paid people as much as he possibly could because he couldn't do it no more. Is that a sellout? Okay. But in the meantime, somebody tell you, man, we're gonna give you a few million for dancing for doing what you do for a couple of commercials. Nah, man, I don't think so. That was one of the things they accused Will Smith of being a sellout because Will Smith wasn't making revolutionary raps. Okay.
Yeah.
And you see how that worked out for him. Meanwhile, You got a whole generation that can't wait to sell out. They're not even getting sellout money. Okay, they're not getting endorsements. Pfizer don't endorse drugs. Cough serve companies don't endorse drugs. They don't give out endorsements. But you got a group of folks that they promote everything that we don't need without getting a check. They get a check from other sources, but the people that they promoting and the things that they're promoting, they're not getting income from. Okay.
Yep. Nelly, perfect example. He had a song called Air Force Ones. He didn't see a dime from Nike for Air Force Ones, and he probably was responsible for bringing that shoe back in like 2004.
Right. So we have to understand our power so that we can flex it when we need to. We don't understand. We don't understand the power that we have as buyers, as promoters, as brand ambassadors, and why pay somebody when they're gonna do it for free?
Yeah. And the cool part, the cool part is everything comes from us. Fashion, sport. I mean, it all comes from our community.
It comes from our community, and the desire to be successful, in some cases, supersedes the desire to be paid. Okay, or the desire to be paid will supersede the moral fiber of your existence just to get paid. So either way you go, you stand to lose.
Deep, man. Damn, that's so deep, dude. Giving your boy goosebumps 10 minutes into the show. That's man, that's real talk right there. So this past weekend was All-Star Weekend, Nigga Olympics, as I like to call it. Last year, we discussed a 43-year-old man who was innocently pumping his gas at a gas station just a few blocks down from where a party during All-Star Weekend was happening, and he didn't make it home to see his kids because he got hit by a stray bullet. Well, past weekend in Atlanta, there were 14 shootings, 2 homicides, and one of those murdered was an up-and-coming rapper named Chucky Trill.
I heard about the shooting, about the brother. I didn't hear about. Well, I did hear about the rapper shooting. It's almost getting so commonplace. It's almost like a publicity stunt. I know that sounds crazy as hell. I never heard of the man until he got shot. Okay, dude. Here again, we have people with bullet holes in them. We got people in the morgue, and I'm willing to bet you, when you boil down to the bone of the situation, it's about some bullshit. It's about some bullshit. Okay. I bet you. How many people you say got shot?
14.
I bet you 12 of them got shot over bullshit. Okay. If it's not about your baby, some major money, one of your babies, or your in some cases you can't say your significant other because you might be getting set up by that. So in this day and time, it all depends on your significant other is what happened. If you walk in the house and see somebody got about a gunpoint or something, but some things you can't even. I ain't gonna go there. I'm gonna leave that alone. Anyway, that's a bad example. But you got folks that just feel that the only way I can resolve my problems, like my man, like Chauncey says, with a gun. Without a gun, they ain't got no heart. Okay, I was talking to my podcasting class earlier. I was telling them when I was a kid, I didn't like to fight. I went to Catholic school. I was taught to turn the other cheek, so they kicked me in the ass on both sides of my ass. Okay, they kicked me on both sides of my ass. Okay, and when I finally, my old man told me I'm not paying no $34 a month for you to go to school to get your ass whooped. Okay, so when I finally got into a fight, I realized that when homeboy gave me his best shot, I was still standing there, and it pissed me off. And I tore into his ass like a hurricane. And when I looked at him, he was running from me. Okay, and most cats are afraid to get that first shot. And now I ain't gonna sit here on this channel and tell you I'm undefeated. Hell no, I got my ass whooped a few times. But the fact that I'm here to talk about it today makes them ass whoopings worth it. Okay, the fact that I can still talk to the guys that I had fights with that whooped my ass back in the day. We grown ass senior citizens, and we laugh about that shit today. Okay? We can laugh about the time we had a fight in the 9th grade, okay, over some dumb stuff. Okay? But because we grew up in a different time, and guns weren't even an option back then. You took the L, and the L was a loss, and it was a lesson. I don't mess with this dude right here. I don't hit this dude no more. Okay. I learned not to mess with him, and he learned not to mess with me. He learned to respect me. I learned to respect him.
Yeah. I wish those times were still around.
But you know what, dude? Respect is overrated. Respect is overrated. The people that want respect, in some cases, don't respect themselves. And that's why people tend to disrespect you. How can you expect somebody to respect you if you don't respect yourself? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
How do you expect somebody to respect themselves, respect you if you don't respect yourself? And that's a problem I think that a lot of people don't understand. And then the person that disrespects you, if he don't respect himself, why do you think he would respect you? And why is his respect so important to you? It's worth you catching the case, going to jail, whatever the case may be. You willing to give it all up to get his respect or her respect. But what if the respect ain't worth the hassle? Okay?
Yep.
So walking away can be more respectful than anything else. That's respecting yourself. I'm not going to risk everything I got to fight with you. And that's something that most people, but if you have nothing to live for, you die for anything. Oh, that's a good one right
there. That's deep, yo. And you know what? It's a trip. Like you said, people want respect from somebody who's probably going to be out of their life in a couple of weeks. Me personally, you can count on 2 hands how many people, if they said I lost respect for you, it would really hurt me. 99% of the people who say, I don't give a screw you. But like if someone like yourself or, my son or my father, said, man, what you did, I lost respect for you. It would really hurt. But if some average dummy on the streets who has some point to prove, he says he loses respect, I don't give a damn.
Well, you know what? A person can't bring you down if he can't reach you.
Deep.
A person can't bring you down if they can't reach you, okay? And usually you won't, you usually can't get hit upside the head by a midget, okay? Understand that. The average midget can't hit you upside the head. But if you get your ass down to his level, he can knock the shit out of you, okay? He can knock the shit out your ass. So what I'm saying is, if you find yourself in a situation that, and I hate to sound classic, but sometimes you find yourself in a situation that you are arguing with somebody who ain't worth arguing with. Okay, dude, I ain't got time for you. Okay, you're trying to prove a point based on what?
Social media. I see it all day, every day.
Like Cool Kev says, it ain't worth the hassle. Dude, that's what you think. Go right ahead. I need a good hater. Okay, hater is a sign of success. I wear haters like niggas wear gold chains. Okay, I need some more haters. Okay, so understand that, and that's just some grown man stuff. That's something I learned as a grown man. I tell you about the story about the old man. I'm out there arguing with a fool at the club, and the old man called me upstairs. Lonzo, get your ass up here right now. Old man just died a couple weeks ago, and I still miss like one of my like a stepdad, and he gets on my case. What's the problem? I'm tired of him disrespecting me. He said, answer me a question. Does he have a club full of people? No. Does he have a brand new car? No. Does he have a house paid for? No. What does he have? Nothing. So you willing to risk everything you got for nothing?
Man.
That changed my whole life.
You need more people like that. That would change your whole life right there.
Changed my whole life. I thought about every time I get into a debate or argument with people, I'm like, you know what? Nigga, you not worth my time. I got to go. Because you can sit there till you blue in the face, and if you too ignorant to understand what I'm saying, then I can't help you. Okay? If you too ignorant to understand what I'm trying to say to you, if I give you 1, 2, 3, 1 + 1 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. You still say it's 10. You can't count, and I ain't got time to deal with you. I ain't got time to teach you. Time to walk away, baby.
Man. Oof.
Time to walk
away. Yep, that's facts right there.
Time to walk away. And that's something that a lot of youngsters ain't been taught. Man, don't let nobody disrespect you. Man, you know what, dude? I've been in the club. I've been in the club business. And when you've been in the club business, you realize that you get 2 type of customers out of one person. You get the sober person, you get the drunk person. The sober person be your buddy. But that drunk son of a bitch, oh man, he'll cuss your ass out, tell you all kind of stuff. And you realize that, and I've had it happen to me so many times, man, I apologize, man. I didn't mean to say all that stuff other night, man.
Yep.
My boy, man, I don't know what I was thinking about, okay? If I reacted to him while he was drunk, we can't get past that, okay? Now I know how you are when you're drunk, okay? I know how you are when you're drunk, so I ain't gonna mess with you while you're drunk, but I understand how you are, so if I see you drunk, I'm gonna leave you alone, okay? Because I don't need the hassle, because at some point in time, I don't give a damn how cool you are, you may snap, okay? People get tired of bullshit, okay?
Yep. Yep.
When you in that condition, it's best for me to go sit my ass down someplace, leave you alone, not be in your presence. Okay?
Yeah.
That's going to do us both a world of good.
Yep.
That's keeping it 100.
Yeah, man. Who do we have in the chat?
Oh, man, we got everybody in the chat today. We got Cool Kev 575. He hot today. He dropping all kind of stuff. Philip, the sure. I guess I made a comment about being a senior citizen. He said that part. I don't know what that means, but I ain't tripping. That's true. People don't get grow and learn from their mistakes. They get killed. No, man, dude, it's not worth it, dude. Come on, man. You got to understand. Every fight ain't worth fighting. Okay. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, and every fight ain't worth fighting. Okay. All skin folk ain't all skin folk ain't kinfolk. So I mean, I hear these old sayings, listen to old men. I love talking to old men. That's why I'm glad to be one.
Okay? Same here, man.
I'm glad to be one. All right.
I've always loved talking to older people. Even when I was a kid. You learn something. You walk away learning something.
Right.
And like you always say, you didn't make it to where you are by doing dumb shit.
No, I don't know. I didn't make it far being
the age.
I did dumb shit as a kid.
Right.
Okay.
Take it back.
But I ain't no fool. All right.
There you go.
I ain't no fool. I mean, come on, dude. I did dumb stuff like everybody.
Right.
But I had enough people around me to say, you know what, that's the dumb shit you did the other day, man. Yeah. Okay. You know what? That's a good point. Okay. Walk your ass away. I tried my hand at the other side of the tracks. I tried that. And God was like, fool, get your ass out of here.
Get over here.
Get your ass out of here. And and one thing about me and God, when God get me out of a situation, and I tell him God get me out of the situation, and I'll never be here again. I ain't gonna call you for that one again. I will not call you for that one again. Okay? I might call you for something else. It might be similar, but it won't be that one. Okay? Good time over there, man. What you got? You got drinking. You got a little smoke.
Oh man, I'm off for the next few days. It's the wifey's B-day, so we're kind of celebrating a little early.
Tell her I said happy birthday.
I sure will.
Yeah, y'all be doing it, man. That's a good thing. Like, I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, man. I actually like my girl. I talked to a lot of people who have been with their wife for as long as I have. We're going on 10 years in June, and man, so many people just. They can't mess. They don't like their wife, and for lack of better phrases, and I like my wife, man.
Okay.
You can love somebody, you know what I'm saying? We love people, but we don't like them. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
Yeah, man. Let's talk about something that's a little touchy. It affected our lives last year. It was a major part of our life last year, and hopefully it won't be this year. But from what it's looking like, it's possibly going to go in that direction. But the George Floyd trial starting, they're picking the jurors and the process is starting. And I'm hearing rumblings that the cops might get off.
How do you get rumblings of the cops being off and they ain't pick the jury yet?
I'm just hearing. Yeah, right.
I've seen the same thing. I'm trying to figure. Okay, don't they have to judge? The judge got to do something. The judge got to say, course in session. They got to swear some people in. They got to do some testimony. They got. I mean,
yeah. Everybody on Facebook is a lawyer. You know that.
We got more lawyers and
doctors, fucking political scientists.
Yeah. They said they didn't drop the charges of third-degree murder, did they? Or did they? I know the judge.
They have. He reinstated. That's the one. From what I understand, that's the one that's going to be that's the one that's going to. I don't think they dropped it, but he's not going to be charged with third-degree murder, from what people are saying. But once again, nothing started. But
so what they say?
I just hope it doesn't lead to a summer of rioting.
They try to say manslaughter?
I think whatever's below third-degree murder.
Third-degree murder. That's still what? 15, 20 years? 15 years?
Sounds about right.
First-degree murder, second-degree murder. Then you got manslaughter. You got manslaughter and ain't much. Damn sure can't be self-defense. Damn sure manslaughter would mean that's an accident when you run somebody over and you was drunk or something like that. But still,
how could this guy get off? How could he get off? I'm sure it's just people starting shit, but how does something? There's no way. In my head, there's no way this guy can get off, right?
Well, he may not get off. He may get off lighter than you feel he deserve. I feel he deserves first-degree murder. I mean, second-degree.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
I feel he deserves at least second-degree murder. Okay, the man was telling you. He couldn't breathe. You thought he was. You didn't give him. You didn't give him a fuck. That's what happened. That's the problem. You didn't give him a fuck, and that's to me a second-degree murder. Okay, I'm sorry. Third-degree murder. Maybe you showed some compassion, and you was fighting, and the man hit his head. That third-degree murder was or something like that, a manslaughter. 10 years.
I don't know.
10 years.
I just remember Rodney King, and we saw those cops whoop that dude's ass, and somehow they still got off. Like with the slap, the slap on the wrist.
That was 2 riots ago. That was 30 years ago, 20-some years ago.
Yeah. 2 riots coming up on the anniversary.
That was a pre-black, whole bunch of stuff, and I think they got to do something better than that right there. I don't see no slap on the wrist. He might not get first-degree murder, but I don't see no slap on the wrist. But again, the DA has to charge something he think he can get. He probably can't get first degree. But they knew each other. And so it wasn't
that's right.
They knew each other. Okay.
Yeah.
And the rumor has they had some run-ins before, okay, or some conversations. They worked at the same club, and it might have been could have been a premeditated situation, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. I hope this man go sit his ass in prison for a long time, and because anything short of the death penalty, ain't none of us gonna be happy. You know how that go. If he,
it's going down.
If he ever see the light of day, and a lot of people gonna be pissed off. So, because we know damn well if he was on the other foot, he would have made it to court. Go too hard on charges if they don't think the jury would convict. Yeah, that's right. They want to do something.
They can't go too hard on the charges if they don't think the jury will convict. Yeah. So that's basically the general consensus I'm hearing.
Right. So
is that they went too hard on the charges, I guess.
Right. Now, is he the only one being charged, or is everybody else going to court too?
Yeah, everyone else is going to court. I'm mainly focused. They're calling it the Chauvin, which is his last name, right? Daryl Chauvin or whatever. They're calling it the Chauvin trial. So I'm assuming that they're just talking about the piece of trash who put his neck on him for 8 minutes and 35 seconds, which I couldn't watch 20 seconds of that.
And you still see stuff like that going on today, and you wonder why cops just don't give a damn. As long as they have qualified immunity, we'll always have this kind of problem. Because that was not about qualified immunity. That was just somebody being a dick. It had nothing, had nothing to do with being arrested. The man was handcuffed, and you just killed him because you could. Okay?
There are certain images that like will always be in my head, like the plane going into the World Trade Center, certain images, and the image of that police officer's, I shouldn't even call him that, but his face when he had him on the neck, it's burned into my brain because it was just pure evil. It just looked evil, and it's forever in my brain, and I'm sure in a lot of other people's brains.
Right. Pimp played the hustlers in the house. They said, I still think it was personal. And I do too. And I think it was very personal. Didn't they just do something to his wife? Didn't they? I know he divorced his wife, but I thought they brought her. Something happened with her because they was trying to think she was trying to hide his assets or something like that.
Oh, really? No, I didn't hear that. I did hear that she was willing to give up whatever information that they wanted.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
That's crazy, Doc. I mean,
Yeah.
Woo! We had a long, hot COVID summer. I hope we gonna have another one. I hope we.
I want a nice summer. Yeah. Yeah.
I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy the summer if I can, man. I don't.
Yeah.
I hope that the that justice prevails in some way, form, or fashion. That will not piss people off to the point where, because if it pissed off again, they're gonna be waiting. That's why they got all the National Guards in Milwaukee right now.
Minneapolis. Yeah, Minneapolis.
Yeah. I'm sorry. They got them in Minneapolis right now. They feel that if it goes bad, they got to have some protection. It's amazing how the National Guard can be deployed in just while the jury's being put together. But they couldn't find enough. They couldn't find nobody after the Capitol was stormed and people were shot and killed in January the 6th. That's amazing. That's amazing. But maybe because
they can choose.
Maybe it's people are just different. That's all. Maybe it's different. Anyway.
Well, you know what? That kind of leads into another post, and then we can jump off this. But Troy Ave, popular rapper. He posted a one-line sentence. He posted, George Zimmerman, still not dead. # streets is a myth.
Oh, man. Much love, Zen Master. You know what, dude? If I say what I'm thinking, they're gonna cancel my Facebook, YouTube, all my all my accounts. If I say what I'm thinking right now, they would cancel all my accounts. Okay. How can I tippy-toe around this without saying this? Okay. For some reason, we can justify our own demise over the smallest things in the hood, but can give somebody a pass that pissed in our face and told us it was raining. I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. We can justify our own demise in our own community. As we talked about almost every week, some new rapper has met their demise, and probably over something. 14 people got shot in Atlanta. That I'm not saying they got to go out and find this dude, but for some reason, it's just amazing how all the static we talk on record, we never really did nothing to nobody but us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man. Yeah. Still walking around making money.
Cheryl said, "Don't say it. I already know it, baby. You know what I'm saying. If we was talking about doing anything to anybody other than us, nobody, it would be an uproar. But as long as us, nobody gives a damn.
It's okay.
It takes me back to my boy. I'm reached out for this dude. I've yet to meet him. White Mike. He said something on YouTube that was so profound. I use it in my presentation sometimes when I do different events. He was talking about how he listened to the radio station in, I think it's North Carolina. Every R&B, every black dial is killing nigga music. Kill, 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 shoot, 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 kill, kill, kill. and he went to a program director of a radio station and asked him. He says, "Hey, if those are songs about killing puppies, would you still play the music?" "Oh no, Peter would have a fit. No way, no way. Those are songs about killing, hurting LGBT people. Oh no, the LGBT community would have a fit." He said, "Why do you play music that promotes killing black folks?" "Oh, because nobody says anything, and the sponsors are paid for it." So we allow that to happen to us. And I had this debate earlier today, and we're so in some situations we're so happy or supportive to see somebody making money, we will jeopardize a whole generation. Okay, we'll forego a whole generation. "Oh, don't hate on that man because he's making money." Well, dude, while he's making money, he's selling out your I'm not talking about selling out your grandkids, your kids, your kids' kids, your grandkids, just so he or she can make some money. Okay, you just hating because they make. No, I hate because they're making money. I'm hating because they selling us out, and because and nobody wants to say anything because it's not kosher to say anything because they getting their paper. They got the bag. Well, the bag got some heads in it. Okay, the bag got some heads in it. The bag got some lives in it, but nobody seems to care.
And you saying kosher brought up something that we've talked about several times on here, and I tried a little experiment on my show, but you and I literally could sit here and say nigga, 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 nigga 72 times on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Nothing will happen. Let us say a derogatory word for the J Crew that rhymes with bike over and over and over and over again. By the third one, everything would turn off. Everything's turning off. Everything's getting deleted.
Right. But again, their people, their power source says we're not gonna have it. We ain't tolerated from you. We ain't gonna have it from. We're gonna have it from you and nobody else. Our own can't say it. You ain't never heard that word.
A J person say to a J person.
Right.
See, I'm scared to say the damn. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You ain't never heard Jay's attitude. You ain't never heard that.
Nope.
Okay.
Exactly. They tried it, like you said.
Okay, they tried it, but it didn't go nowhere.
Yeah.
And Cheryl says we have to do better. And you know what? And that's the problem. The first time when we start doing this, we're gonna spend most of the time fighting ourselves. Because some folks ain't gonna want to let it go. They've been doing it so long, they don't want to let it go. It's part of their conversation, become a part of their DNA. They won't let it go. And as bad as it is for us as a people, the certain words we won't let go. Okay, you have to respect.
From what
enough to not to tolerate it from each other. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Time fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Some folks are gonna fight you. Some people will fight you to be able to say what we can't say on this show.
And from what I understand, and you may have even mentioned this on the show in the past, but we didn't walk around calling ourselves the N-word back in the 60s, right? Or 70s. It was gangster rap that really brought that in, right? Is that safe to say? Well, like in the 60s, I seen movies and if they call somebody the N-word, they were insulting them. Look, nigga, like it was a black person saying you nigga, like it was a bad thing.
Right. And now understand this. In close company, okay, in private company, oh, look at this nigga right here. Okay. that would be the attitude. Oh my God, look at this nigga. For black folks, look at this nigga right here. Okay. And and then if my dad says, why is this nigga? Why does he act like a nigga? And that would be I would hear my dad say stuff like that. When Richard Pryor put it on his album cover, that nigga's crazy. Again, that was an album that was it went mainstream, but it wasn't designed to go mainstream. It was something that was supposed to be played, at the house. Okay. And I tell people all the time, I'm tell you again, when it came out and I was about 16 years old, I couldn't play that album around my parents. No way. My mama had it. My mom and daddy had it. When they played it, we had to go to bed because that was a party record. All that Red Fox, My daddy loved that stuff. Loved it. Red Miles Mabley, all them old comedians. But when Richard Pryor came out, Richard Pryor was the first comedian I wanted to hear his album. So I went and bought the 8-track from the swap meet. Me and my partner Junebug, his brother listened to this show sometime. Me and my partner Junebug got in his Buick, pulled in the garage, closed the garage door down, and his car had a dead cell in it. And we was listening to the Richard Pryor laughing and choking the whole time. Car running in the garage. We laughing and choking. Didn't realize we could kill ourselves with carbon monoxide poisoning. Just to listen to Richard Pryor. Just listen to Richard, because we knew if my mama, his mama, heard us listening to Richard Pryor, it was gonna be a problem. So that was the difference back then. Okay, my mama, we had to hide the 8-track. We couldn't buy the album. Because you got to play it on the record player. Only record player we had was in the house. Okay, so we bought the 8-track because he had an 8-track in his car. And we can hide the 8-track, put that in your pocket, put that in your coat, put that anywhere, because you can hide the 8-track. Okay?
Can't hide a big old vinyl.
Okay? And that's how we was able to get it. And we even as we listened to it, almost died, we had to hide it in the trunk. We couldn't even put it in the 8-track case because his mama would get in the car, he'd take it to the store from time to time. Okay? We couldn't even put it in his regular case. So, I mean, that's how different things have come, man. Okay? That's how different things are. So now everything is okay. Everything is unfiltered. Everything is uncensored. And meanwhile, when all the subject matter we have to talk about and affect our minds in a positive way, we focus on booty, drugs, and guns.
Mm-hmm.
We focus on booty, guns, and drugs. And see, because the rappers today, the artists today, they're not playing for the artists. They're playing for the algorithms. See, the algorithm. See, there's not a program director that tells you we're gonna play your station. You know, at KGLH, there's a program director that you have to go to on Tuesday and play and give him your music, and he'll tell you if he'll play it or not eventually. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you may have to slide him a little something. Okay, but in real nowadays, all you have to do is upload it and put the right tag words in there and have the right algorithms, and you'll be in the same flow with all the big name celebrities. So once you hit those algorithms, your streaming numbers go up, and that's why everybody does the same thing. They stay in the same vein as what's popular, but just because it's popular, don't mean it's good. And that's the problem we have. That's why people complain about the music. Okay, the artists are making music just to try and make some money, but nobody's trying to really affect any real social change. All the stuff we got going on. I mean, man, back in the day, we'd have had a whole slew of different albums about George Floyd and Tamir Rice and everybody.
Marvin Gaye tried it. You know, he wasn't just let's get between the sheets. He had his the songs where he talked about the political stuff.
Marvin Gaye, and I tell you what, you put that song right to this day, that son bitch is relevant as all outdoors.
Love that fucking song.
It's relevant as all out. It's relevant as sunshine, man. You know, too many brothers dying, too many mothers are crying, and you can whether the Vietnam War or the streets of Compton, it's the same shit. You would think after 40-something years we'd have learned something by now. Okay. What's that long Penn Players Hunter said? I missed the feeling of the 70s. The spirit was different, even though we are not straight out of poverty. We made it work. The music
and the music that decade has never been duplicated. That's for damn sure.
That's true, Doc. That's true. Marvin Gaye was ahead of his time, but he was also right on time, and that's the cold part about it. And that's the part for me as a record producer, as a record person. I go to a lot of different seminars where I did about different instruments, different companies make music. And oh shit, hold on, my battery's low. Hold on.
Okay. Gotta love that live shit. How funny would that have been if we got disconnected? Even Tupac had the balance in his music, party music and the conscious music. Chauncey says, yeah, Tupac was one of those ones where he knew the balance. And not only that, he catered to women. He showed a lot of love to women, which was so important, which is what stood him apart from everybody and is why he's one of the greats. I was just commenting on what Chauncey said, Lonzo. He said even Tupac had the balance in his music, party music and conscious music. And I said, not only that, he's always shown love to the women, which is so important.
And I tell you what I was asked the other day. If you got into a situation, who would you call? Tupac, Easy, Dre, or somebody else? I'm calling Pac, because Pac is coming correct, okay?
Yep.
Pac, me and H was laughing about this. When Pac was in Atlanta, he saw a brother getting jacked by two white boys, and Pac let him have it, okay? He got him up off of it. He caught a case behind it. It was two cops. And he beat the case. And that's why they hated his ass so much. Because he got two cops and got away with it. The cops had they had two illegal guns.
And they were off duty.
Off duty, had some had some illegal guns, and
that they stole from a locker, I believe.
Right. So if I'm gonna roll with somebody, I don't want nobody talking about what they done, what they might do. Because Pac to put the work in. He spoke. Actions speak for his words. Okay.
Yep.
If I gotta call somebody, I'm calling Pac. I'm not calling Dre. I don't need no studio gangster. I need somebody just get them off of me. I need somebody real with theirs. And everybody agrees. Hey, what's up, Talise? How you doing, baby? You live with your boy. Derek say facts. Master P, E40, Too Short had good messages, and they did. Too Short. I mean, E40. I was laughing at a brother today. He told me,
love E40.
He said E40 taught him how to get his son's credit together. Okay,
that's dope, man.
E40 got a song to talk about how you get your kids' credit together. When they turn 18, put them as a co-signer. Put them get them a credit card, and you co-sign for it. But don't give it to him. Just pay the.
He drops gems like that. That's so funny you said that. So funny you said that, because E40 is one of my favorite MCs of all time as well. And he said something about 25 years ago, 30 years ago almost, that stuck with me to this day. He said, don't buy an $85,000 car before you buy a house.
Yes. Okay.
Like that stuck with me. Like, I'd rather have a nice house and I drive a 2014 Toyota Camry, you know what I'm saying? But I pull up to a nice joint.
You know what? Yeah, you got a real nice house, Doc. I ain't mad at you. And I've been in my house for 30-something years. I probably could have moved 2 or 3 times, but I live in
Oh no, you got a great place.
I live in a decent neighborhood. It's in the hood, not in the hood. And I'm gonna say this on TV, on Facebook. I just can't spend $50,000 for a car. I'm sorry, I'm too cheap.
Nope, ain't happening, dude.
I'm too cheap. I cannot spend $50,000 or $100,000 for a car. I got some buddies got some beautiful rides. How much, man? $80,000.
Pulling up to an apartment.
Right. And the cold part about it is, if I wait 3-4 years, it's $80,000 car is gonna be $13,000-$14,000. May not be that cheap, but
I get you.
Longer, but
depreciate. Yeah, as soon as you go off the lot, it depreciates.
Depreciation, and that's something I've never. Oh my God! I mean, I bought one new car in my life. I bought my RX-7, brand new, and I just said I'm not gonna do that no more. I'm not gonna do it. It just, the depreciation is, you upside down. By the time you halfway into your loan, you're physically upside down. You cannot sell a car to enough. You can't sell a car for enough money to pay it off.
Mm-hmm. Unless it's a 65 Mustang or some shit like, there ain't nothing that's worth more than it was when you bought it.
Right. Okay. And so my truck is a 2013. And if you think any less of me because I drive a 2013 GMC, then you didn't think much of me in the first place. You ain't gonna think much more of me if you got a damn Rolls Royce.
Isn't that a trip, man?
Now you're gonna hate them. Okay? And that's what I say. A lot of people spend money to look rich to other broke people. Huh? A lot of people go broke to look rich to other broke people. Huh? My man said he drive an old school Lincoln. If you got suicide doors, I'm gonna steal it. I'm telling you right now. If you got suicide doors, it better not be a convertible. I'm coming to your house to get it. I'm coming with Slim Jim, Doc. But yeah, he said, baby, that blue. Baby blue. I ain't mad at you, Doc. I ain't mad at you. But yeah, and that's the part we have to understand. See, no matter what we got, no matter what kind of car we got, we're gonna make that our car. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put a nice paint on it. We're gonna clean it up. We might put some rims on it. We might not. But I tell my son's about ready to buy a car. I say, dude, first of all, you got a little money saved up. Don't spend all your money on the car. Spend a piece of the money on the car. Put you a little maintenance budget. Put you about $1,000 maintenance budget together because you don't know what's gonna happen at any given moment. At 18 years old, I would not recommend you put rims on it. Okay?
Nope, not in this environment with the police and everybody. Nope.
I leave as stock as possible for right now. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And leave as stock as possible. Might put some sound. You can put sounds in your car now without having the box. You don't need to have you don't need to have a big ass piece of plywood hanging out your trunk no more. You can put the nice sounds in your car, and it can be nice and tucked away, and you ain't got to go over the top. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from the tinted windows because that's just an excuse to pull you over.
Exactly.
And, don't buy nothing typical. Buy your Toyota or something like that. Something that look like everybody else's car. All right.
Blend in, don't stand out. That was my problem when I was a kid, and that's why I got pulled over every 2 weeks. I got pulled over like 23 times in a year and a half span. Because when I got my car, the first thing I did is I went to the Compton swap meet, got the loudest sound system, got the biggest tires. I wanted to stand out. And guess what? My ass was standing out to the cops, especially.
I stand out on the hood. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
But dig this right here. We as men, we stand out. We fix the cars up for the ladies. Okay. Mm-hmm. But ain't nobody ever gave me none because I got a nice car. Okay. But then you stand out for the ladies. You think you stand out for the ladies, but you actually stand out for the carjackers and the police.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you walk through the hood with a bunch of jewelry on. Okay. You're hey, Mr. Jacker, I'm a good candidate to get jacked. Come on. I got about 40,000 on my neck. I got a Rolex on my arm. You can jack me. I ain't got no gun or nothing like that because I'm kind of square, but I got a couple of bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what you're saying. Okay. Yep. I had a IROC Gold Center Dayton's. When I was thinking, yeah.
Oh, damn, that's a dope ride, boy.
Oh, you dope. You
I wanted an IROC, but now I wouldn't be driving the IROC. Not a good idea at 20 or 19, especially.
And, my partner back in the day when Dayton's was the lick. My partner said he pulled up on the full. He was a jacker. He pulled up to the full right there on Western Imperial, and they caught him at the light and making that left turn. And homeboy, he jumped out the car and drew down on him with the 9. And he said, as soon as he stuck his 9 in the window, homeboy stuck his out the window. They say, right.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny as hell. I see you, player. That's some funny shit.
So, I tell my son, I'm going to take you out to the valley. And we're going to go to the valley. And we're going to Long Beach. We're going to Orange County. We're going to buy you a ride from a little old white lady out of Pasadena or the valley or something like that. We're gonna drive it back home, okay? And you're gonna get your ass out of trouble. You might make you buy a white car, okay? Buy a nice little white car, something to get you back and forth. Or if you're really smart, because he's a drummer, I said, man, buy you a little SUV, a little something small that looks like a soccer mom car or a little SUV that you carry your drums in, because you got to be back. Even me, when I had my dad was when I was first DJing. I don't know what it was, but the Chevy had the little step side trucks, little mini step side. I was gonna buy me a mini step side, not even the full step side, a mini step side. It looked like like a Nissan, but it had a little step side bed on it. They was cool as fuck to me. Mom, man, what you gonna do with that? You can't carry nothing. You ain't got no top on the back. You need to buy you a van, boy. And I'm like, I can't afford no van. And here's the crazy part. The step side was like 4,500. The van was 5,000. Okay? Yeah, it's like a big difference.
Yeah.
Not when you're financing it. Okay. When you financing 4,500 versus 5,000, you might be talking about $10 a month more money. Okay, over a period
back then, yeah,
over a few years. Okay, so yeah, I had to get the van. That was the best thing I ever did. Okay, so yeah, and I put some rims on it, but it wasn't. I had almost some white boy rims on it.
Just some white boy rims.
It was aluminum. They wasn't even. They was nice little racer white boy, and it was cool. And cops didn't really talk that much.
Yeah, and I know we add satire to a lot of things, but it's kind of sad when we actually have to tell our kids how to put their car together so they don't get messed with by police. When I was teaching my son how to drive, I mean, we had a whole daily course of what to do when you get pulled over. How to reach for your glove compartment, to your glove compartment, how not to be all fidgety, how to respect, yes, sir, no, sir, thank you, goodbye, blah, blah, blah. You can cuss them out all you want when you drive off, but it's kind of sad that we actually have to teach our kids not to put rims so they don't get pulled over.
Mm-hmm. Because when I was a low rider. I spent my whole paycheck at Dave's Home of Chrome on Long Beach Boulevard.
Damn. Dave's Home of Chrome.
Okay. When I got my paycheck on Friday night, I was at Dave's Saturday morning, getting my show pipes, my color bar, or I'd be at the junkyard, putting some bench bucket seats in my 63 Chevy. I did it. And I paid for it too. I paid for it. Okay. The cops knew me. There you go. Let's put him over. And they never found nothing, but I was just another dude that, hey, police, I'm stupid. I'm a young fool. I don't know the law. I'm too busy trying to flex. I don't know the law. They know I didn't know the law. And they did most of the time. The cops are just fishing. They're just fishing.
And yep. And you said something that made me think of my house before I moved into my place here. I lived less than 2 blocks away from a rent-a-wheels where, you rent a rim, where you rent your rims.
Yeah.
And me and my wife had a joke and it turned out to be true that, every first of the month, guess maybe even the 15th, it was packed, and it was always packed with Blacks and Latinos. Always. It's just like what you said about running to Dave's Hub and Home of Chrome, still going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're financing rims, dog.
Yeah. I bought some tires. That only time I've ever financed rims on my first van, I bought some rims and tires. So my tires wasn't bad. My tires was bad, and I didn't have any money at all. And I needed the guy said, "Well, you can put some rims on it too." Tires is like, I don't know, 300, and the rims was another 200. I'm like, well, shit, give me the tires, give me the rims too, okay? And since then, I realized you can buy rims aftermarket on Craigslist or something else.
Yeah, penny saver.
Yeah, because no matter what, at some point in time, somebody don't want that attention.
Yeah. I haven't been pulled over in, I've been once or twice because of certain situations like my tag, whatever. But I've been pulled over maybe twice in the past 15 years, as opposed to when I was 19, literally getting pulled over every 10 days. I blend in now. I got a regular car.
The last time I got pulled over, I had a 450 Mercedes. I just drove it out the house for the first time, and I had on a white T-shirt, and I had my hat on backwards. I come up Imperial Highway. I come up Vermont, going to El Segundo, And before I can get to the freeway, the cop pulled me over because I looked like I didn't belong in the Mercedes. I knew that. Okay, I just jumped in it because I just got it. I had just got the tags for it. That's what it was. I just got the tags for it. I've been working. Me and DMV have been going back for about a month, and I just got the tags on it. The first time I was able to really drive it, and I jumped in it, and was like I said, I was looking a little thuggish, and the cop swooped up on me. He was cool, but he swooped up on me, and he ran. When he got behind me in the left hand turning lane, I saw it running my plate, and he said my plates didn't show up in the system yet, and I said that's very possible. And I said, I'm around the corner. Other than that, they don't mess with me.
Yeah. We know how to blend in, even though you were in a Mercedes-Benz. But nowadays, I ain't trying to stand out. I want to blend the hell in, period.
My man Philip says the artists are speaking on injustice of today. Today's listeners seem to be too jaded, too familiar with injustice. Injustice appears to be normal. Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I think what it is though, man. I think. Yeah.
Whenever you do that laugh, I know some shit's about to come.
When you make the music for injustice, it can't sound like it's trap. I'm sorry. You can't.
You know what? Yeah.
You can't do, and you kids can't take a trap track and throw some anti-police shit on there. Okay.
What?
It ain't gonna resonate with nobody. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I was getting at earlier when I was saying, bye Cheryl, bye baby. That's what I was saying when I was talking about earlier. When I go to a lot of these seminars for music companies, the technology that's available today to the producers is phenomenal. It's phenomenal, dude. One finger gets you a whole chord. Okay? 3 fingers get you an orchestra. You ain't got to play. And all you got to do is tell it what you want to do and move it with the mouth, and it will give you the arrangement. Okay? It will give you the arrangement. Okay? I have Ableton in my studio, and I went to Ableton webinar, and I was blown away at the plugin they have for orchestra sounds. I mean, in strings, these sound good. Okay, so for me to sit here and be stuck with people that got kick, hi-hat, and a couple of sad ass chords, the most depressing shit in the world. Okay, I can't accept that because I know more creativity than that. Okay.
Yep.
Anybody can make music. Yeah, anybody can make music, but everybody can't make good music, and that's the problem.
Literally, anybody can make music.
Literally, okay, but everybody can't make it good. Like everybody can cook. Anybody can go to the store, buy some eggs and some meat, and fuck up some shit. This little boy on Facebook, he was singing to his mama, somebody get her, she's fucking up my dinner. Man, I heard that. I thought I was gonna die laughing. Somebody get her, she's fucking up
my dinner. Oh, that's hilarious. And I just wish more people knew when they suck. Like, let's keep it real. It goes to podcasting too. Like, everybody's a podcaster now. Everybody's a rapper because it's so easy to do. But I feel like if you cook food, going back to the cooking analogy, if you cook food and you taste it and it tastes like shit, you tell yourself, you know what, let me go grab some McDonald's from now on. But for some reason, these people keep rapping. They keep doing podcasts.
Well, you know what, dude? Check this out. Because we in the generation now that never got told no, and we in that what you call that? Everybody's so
you hurt my feelings generation.
Right. Everybody's feelings.
Don't hurt my feelings. Mm-hmm.
My son played baseball for 2 games. He got a trophy and a uniform.
Participation trophies.
Okay. They get that for life now. Okay.
Yep.
All you do is some shit and you get a participation trophy. Okay.
Yep.
Participation likes. Participation money. Okay. Just for doing shit. And it's fucking amazing. Okay. I don't understand that. I when I came up, you got first, second, and third. After that, Kool-Aid and hot dog. Okay.
Yep. And you know what happened? It struck because I was the same way. I played sports in the late 80s, early 90s, and there were 3 awards. Maybe there was an MVP, defensive player, and offensive player a year. Everybody else ain't got nothing, like you said, but some hot dogs after the award ceremony. But you know what it made you want to do, Alonzo? It made you want to be that MVP. It made you want to strive. Like, I'm going to work harder so I can get that next year. Now you give everybody a trophy so nobody wants to work hard.
It's the same thing with music. Everybody can do it. It's possible, blah, blah, blah. And nobody tell you, I mean, that nigga, that ain't working, dude. And I get all the time coming to me, man, check out my demo. Dude, I'm going to hurt your feelings, okay? I don't want to. I might have to hurt your feelings. We cool. Let me find somebody. First of all, I'm not a fan of trap. Okay, so you bringing me some trap music, you're talking to somebody, that's not my generation. Bring me some G-Funk or some R&B, something like that. I'm your man, okay?
Yeah.
But you tell a 63-year-old man that, you know, how bad your nuts are. Like, I don't want to hear about your nuts. I don't want to hear about your nuts. Okay? I don't want to hear about your Hennessy. I don't want to hear about your weed and your fat girl with the ugly face. I don't hear about that. So I can't help you. Okay? That's not what I do. But if you give me something I can roll with, and if you a bad dude, you got some. I have been surprised by some trap, but not very often. Not very often. All right, that's just keeping it 100.
Yep.
If I can't keep it 100, I don't want to do the show.
Participation trophy generation. I love that.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, man, we didn't get to half the things I wanted to talk about, but I love those shows because that just means the vibe was going really good. You dropped a lot of gems, gave us a lot of old school players sayings. Any last words, my man?
Oh man, y'all tell your folks, y'all we got to blow the channel up. I ain't got 10,000 subscribers yet. I'm trying to get to 10,000 for my birthday, man. I got to get to 10,000 subscribers.
Share the show, everybody, please.
Like the show, subscribe to the show. Tell your folks, your boy Lonzo dropping some game on N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo on YouTube and Facebook every Tuesday and Thursday. Next Thursday, we'll go back to our regular schedule next week, folks. I had to speak. Tuesday, I was speaking. I'm dropping my game at USC. I'm a regular at USC, so we do a virtual thing every other quarter or so. But next Thursday, my guest will be. Tuesday, me and my man be back on track for Tuesday. But next Thursday, I'm doing something totally different. I'm going to bring on the show a ventriloquist. Okay? When I said, my boy said, who you got on the show? I said, I got a ventriloquist. Man, you want to get Willie Brown. That's who I got. Okay?
Yeah.
Willie Brown is a black ventriloquist. I heard him on somebody else's show. I called him, and he responded back to me. And he actually and truthfully, I was supposed to have him today, but I forgot about USC and I forgot I bumped blah, blah, blah. So I put him on for the 18th, which is next Thursday. Check out the show. He got his dummy. I think his dummy is called Woody. And we're going to have a good time. I like ventriloquists. I love that kind of stuff, man. Don't ask me why. I'm a regular dude. I like different kind of stuff, okay? Hate me for it. Anyway, Dusty, much love to you, Doc.
Always a pleasure, my man. Can't wait to see you on Tuesday and keep it going.
Like I say every Tuesday, y'all, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything in between, folks, from Eve After Dark to concerts in the park, you're live with your boy Lonzo, the godfather of West Coast hip-hop. Today, we hosted by Dusty Vision. Much love to you, folks. Peace.
Peace out.